New International Version. Genesis chapter 10. Verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, namely, of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. Verse 2. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. Verse 3. And the sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. Verse 4. And the sons of Javan: Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. Verse 5. Of these were the isles of the nations divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. Verse 6. And the sons of Ham: Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. Verse 7. And the sons of Cush: Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah: Sheba, and Dedan. Verse 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. Verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before Jehovah. Wherefore it is said, like Nimrod a mighty hunter before Jehovah. Verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Verse 11. Out of that land he went forth into Assyria, and builded Nineveh, and Rehoboth-ir, and Calah. Verse 12. And resent between Nineveh and Calah, the same is the great city. Verse 13. And Mizraim begat Ludum, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim. Verse 14. And Pathrasim, and Casluhim, whence went forth the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Verse 15. And Canaan begat Sidon his firstborn, and Heth. Verse 16. And the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite. Verse 17. And the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite. Verse 18. And the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. And afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. Verse 19. And the border of the Canaanite was from Sidon, as thou goest toward Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest toward Sodom and Gomorrah and Admah and Zeboim, unto Lasha. Verse 20. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, in their nations. Verse 21. And unto Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth, to him also were children born. Verse 22. The sons of Shem: Elam, and Asser, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. Verse 23. And the sons of Aram: Uz, and Hul, and Jether, and Mash. Verse 24. And Arpachshad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber. Verse 25. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg. For in his days was the earth divided. And his brother's name was Joktan. Verse 26. And Joktan begat Almodad, and Sheleph, and Hazarmaveth, and Jerah. Verse 27. And Hadaram, and Uzal, and Diklah. Verse 28. And Obal, and Abimal, and Sheba. Verse 29. And Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Verse 30. And their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest toward Sephir, the mountain of the east. Verse 31. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. Verse 32. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And of these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. New International Version. Genesis chapter 10.